Seems to be nothing but bad headlines coming from the Canadian real estate market right now. CREA, the Canadian Real Estate Association, just dropped their November real estate stats. And let me tell you, it doesn't look good. It's not horrible, but it's certainly not good. A few months ago, the story was that only Toronto and Vancouver were hurting. But now the entire country is freezing up. Buyers are backing away, sales are stalling, prices are still sliding. And the uncomfortable truth is that policy has already done everything that it can, and the market still isn't saved. Earlier this year, affordable markets were still holding up. Alberta, parts of Quebec, the prairies were still moving. The pain was isolated to Ontario and BC, especially Toronto and Vancouver. That story seems to be over for the most part. November data shows that national home sales are down 10.7% year over year. Prices are down again, 0.4% month over month, and almost 4% year over year. And activity is going nowhere. This isn't just a Toronto problem anymore. This is a Canada problem. So here are the facts from CREA. Sales are down month over month and almost 11% year over year. New listings are down 1.6% month over month, which actually means that supply is falling faster than sales as it stands right now. Does this mean that sellers will be waiting to put their properties up in the spring, or could we gradually be getting back to a balance and maybe even a seller's market if this trend continues? I think only time will tell. And I think the market really depends on the spring, what happens in the spring this year of 2026. The MLS house price index is down 3.7% year over year, and the national average price is down about 2%. This isn't a recovery, obviously the recovery that a lot of people were hoping for. And even as CREA describes it, it's a holding pattern at best and a deterioration at worst. Remember, inflation is running at the 2 to 3% range. So if prices are falling 2% or 2 to 4%, then your real house price is down 6-7% year over year. Now, the Canadian Real Estate Association and Royal LePage both said the same thing now, and I agree with them on this. And I don't often agree with them on stuff. Interest rates are no longer what's holding buyers back. The question is, what is holding them back? So variable rates are already in the mid threes. Fixed rates are the lowest they've been since early 2022. And the key detail that nobody is talking about is that we're only 25 basis points away from hitting the floor of the B20 stress test. The Bank of Canada can't add more stimulus. Rates literally cannot stimulate demand anymore unless OSFI removes the stress test, which wouldn't surprise me if they removed it or shrank it in some form in Q1 of next year based on the fact